I wish my dad would do that. That statement brings it all into perspective for me. Let me explain. It's a cold January afternoon. My daughter does not like going to swim team practice when it's cold, but she likes that I swim with her at the end. So that's what I'm doing. And this little boy walks up, looks at me and says, "Are you learning to swim? You're making progress. You really should stick with this." And I think, how sweet of him, encouraging me like that. It's what he says next that grabs me. "It's so cool you come to swim team practice and swim with your daughter. I wish my dad would do that." Then he goes on to tell me his dad works a lot. He craves more time with his dad. What a powerful reminder to me about what matters most to my daughters. Not how successful their mom is. They crave my attention and my presence. That little boy just witnessed me being present with my daughter. Being emotionally present is the greatest gift we can give another human being. And in that moment, I feel incredibly successful because my work is supporting my life. Does your work support your life? Or is it the other way around? I left my office at 3 o'clock that day in the midst of a pile of work, and it was tempting to take my phone and just keep working by the pool. Instead, I put my phone away and watched my daughter swim. This isn't a new choice. This is a choice I've been making every day for the last 18 years. I focus on completing my high-value activities first. I call these my $10,000 an hour activities because they make other things easier or unnecessary. And each of us has these $10,000 an hour activities. We're doing them when we work from our strengths, and we're adding value by making other things easier or unnecessary for ourselves or for others. By focusing on my highest value $10,000 an hour activities first each day, I'm able to stop work at a set time, leave the office, and keep work from spilling over into my personal life. It hasn't always been this way. 19 years ago, I was burning out as a psychologist in a rural community mental health center where there was not enough of me or my fellow team members to go around. I'm in my early 30s. I've just invested years in graduate school, and I'm coming home asking myself, is this what the rest of my life is going to be? Grinding it out, coming home emotionally drained and depleted day after day. Now, around that time, I stumble on a course in life coaching, and I think, oh, wow, what a great way to repurpose my skills as a psychologist. So I sign up. This course turns out to be all about learning from the inside out, meaning we have to walk our talk. Anything we're going to ask clients to do, we have to be willing to do ourselves. Our first assignment was to journal for 1 hour on this powerful question. What do I want? Whoa, it's a big question. Initially, I rambled some disconnected thoughts, and then clarity emerged. I want my work to support my life, not the other way around. I want to work no more than 25 hours a week so that I can be present with my family and my clients. Being emotionally present is the greatest gift we can give another human being, just like I was able to do that day at the pool with my daughter. The decision to work 25 hours a week has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. Limits force innovation and creativity. A 25-hour work week has forced me to be laser focused on being effective, not busy. I've learned to pay attention to what works and do more of that. I've learned skills to avoid overwhelm and burnout as I've built a successful company. Most importantly, it's given me the gift of no regrets. From the very beginning, I've carried a burning question. How do I grow a successful business without it taking over my life? You see, long before I was born, my entrepreneurial journey started in the 1950s with Slim Starling. It's the 1950s. Elvis booms from the speakers. It's the day of muscle cars. And my grandpa, Slim Starling, an entrepreneur, chases growth and opportunity. Can you relate? In an attempt to sell more gasoline, he got the idea to install a big screen on the back roof of one of his gas stations and give purchasers of 5 gallons of gas a free ticket to the show. The idea clicks. Cars come in droves. Gas station attendants can't even get to the pumps, and gas sales boom. And no one in my family, including my 11-year-old father, gets away with playing anymore because there's work to be done. And even back then, it was tough to find reliable help. So everyone in my family, including my 11-year-old father, went to work in the business. And now, not only is my family in the gas station business, they're in the drive-in movie theater business. And those businesses, as successful as they were, took over my family's lives. Can you relate? Yeah. This is a picture of me with my dad. We're on a family outing at a lake. Yet if you look closely at my dad, he doesn't look relaxed. He looks preoccupied and stressed. 7-year-old me watches my dad scarf down his food and race out the door to get to work. My mom explains, Sabrina, your dad never got to sit down and eat a relaxed meal as a family. They always ate on the go, usually out of the concession stand. Soda, nachos, popcorn. That was my dad's diet as a kid. As a child, I watched my dad work from well before sunup to well after sundown, every day, 7 days a week, grinding it out. The legacy being passed down through 3 generations in my family is get your work done before you play. There's always more work to be done. The value of a day is determined by how much got done. Busy is good. This legacy stops with me. Grinding it out grinds us up. Hustle culture is toxic and it is pervasive. Work harder, longer hours, sacrifice your health, your well-being, your important relationships, all for the sake of success. I was astonished when I started collecting data for my book, The 4-Week Vacation. I surveyed over 225 entrepreneurs and found that 9 out of 10 are burning out. The average length in business of those we surveyed is 12 years. The most frequently reported number of days entrepreneurs say they're able to be away from their business fully unplugged, 0. 8 out of 10 of us find it difficult to switch off and not think about the business. 1 out of 2 of us have neglected basic needs such as sleep, healthy eating, or social interaction in the last 3 days because of work. I'm honored to be here with you sharing my journey, and it's my sincere hope that what I've learned benefits you. Because what I've learned over the last 18 years through my own experience, through coaching thousands of entrepreneurs and their high-performing teams, and now having collected data on over 650 entrepreneurs, is that working harder and longer hours is not the key to success. Working effectively makes the greatest impact. And when you do that, your work can support your life, not the other way around. Here are some simple steps to making this happen. I use these steps. My team uses these steps. Our clients and their teams use these steps. I bet they help you too. Step 1, have a set time to stop work each day. Fully unplug. I put my phone on silent. Sometimes I even put it in the other room so that my family knows I am present and connecting with them. Step 2, take weekends off. No work. Fully unplug. And step 3, in your unplugged time, intentionally create experiences with your loved ones. Now, I get it. You may be thinking, Dr. Sabrina, I'm busy. I don't think I can do this. So let me share with you a little bit more about what the research shows and my own experience. I cannot be fully present and productive for 8 hours a day each day. I bet you can't either. Researchers at the Melbourne Institute of Applied Economics and Social Research found that participants' overall cognitive performance rose until about the 25-hour mark in the work week. And then it started to decline due to fatigue and stress. A 25-hour work week works best for me. You may have a different number, and most likely it's many fewer hours than 40. I also invest in myself first each day. It's ironic to me that we successful people embrace the value of investing in ourselves, particularly when it comes to learning and growth opportunities. We're all here at TEDxWilsonPark pursuing new ideas together. Yet, we'll say things like, I just need to get through this crunch time, and then I'll make time to exercise, eat healthier, spend time with friends. We put others' needs ahead of our own. We run on empty and then snap at those we love. We put off connecting deeply with our loved ones because there's work to be done. We set ourselves up for regret. Fully unplugging is the best antidote to burnout. It's also the best regret prevention. My husband, Ned, and I are very intentional in our relationship. On our last anniversary, I asked Ned, what would be going on if our relationship were at a 10? He had one answer for me: more time together. Now, that surprised me. Both of us work from home. We have weekly date nights. We frequently travel together. So I asked Ned to tell me more. And he said, let's take Friday afternoons off, just you and me, so we can go play together. Now, I already work a very reduced work week, so taking an additional full afternoon off is no easy feat. I didn't mention that to Ned. I simply got to work on figuring out how to make it happen. And I'm so grateful that I did, because Ned passed away suddenly and unexpectedly 6 months later. Being emotionally present is the greatest gift we can give another human being. We aren't doing that when we're burning out. What does a 10 look like with your loved ones? How would they answer that question? We are at choice with our time every single moment of every single day. I invite you to design your regret-proof life, one in which work supports your life, not the other way around. Ned reminded us, don't forget to take time to stop and smell the roses. Just about 40 minutes before I learned Ned had passed, I'm walking hurriedly on the sidewalk because I'm late to an appointment when I almost trip over this little blonde-haired boy who stops right in front of me to lean over and sniff the zinnias. Now, I chuckle to myself because zinnias don't really have an aroma, and when they do, slightly smelly. I also chuckle to myself because Ned and I have this inside joke. He says zinnias, I say zinnias. All of that reminds me to pause and savor the moment. I invite you to savor each moment you have with those you love. Dream big, play big, love hard.